Hello again and welcome back. Now that you are aware of the importance of great design and how important it is to influence your customers and build a successful business, it's time to begin the design phase. So let's have some fun and begin to see your brand come to life. Let's start with your logo design. Your logo will be one of the first visual representations of your brand. Therefore, it needs to support and visually represent your business. Now you may be wondering, what makes a great logo? A great logo needs to be unique and distinctive to your brand. Your logo should be memorable, timeless, and support your brand's identity. While designing and evaluating your logo, ask yourself these questions. Will the customer remember our logo? Is it simple and recognizable? Is it unique and differentiates our business from the competition? Does the design appeal to our target audience? Is it timeless and will it support the future growth of our business? Is it flexible and can it be easily used and integrated into all digital and print applications? Remember to think about the big picture here. Your logo should not be based on your personal design preferences. It needs to support and achieve the objectives of your business. Now, if you've been in business for a while, then you will most likely already have a logo. However, your current logo may not accurately represent your brand as well as it should. Therefore, it may be time for a logo redesign or perhaps just a logo refresh. The first step in designing your logo is to go back and review the previous lessons where you defined and positioned your brand. Once you have a solid understanding of your brand's personality, it will be much easier for you to make great logo design choices. Next, you're going to want to do some research and look for inspiration. Take a look at other logos within your same industry and also outside of your industry. Look at the competitors' logos and see how they inspire you to make your logo better. When you are looking for logo inspiration, don't just look at good logo designs, but also bad logo designs. This will help you make the best design decisions and learn what not to do when designing your logo. Before we discuss the actual designs and style of your logo, there are 7 popular logo types to choose from. The type of logo that is best for your business will be based on your brand personality, so once again, be sure to review those previous modules before you begin. Here are examples of the most popular types of logos. Number 1, Wordmark. A wordmark is considered one of the more basic logo types. It is literally the brand name displayed in a stylized or distinctive typeface. It should be easy to read and instantly understood. When designing a wordmark, be sure to choose a typeface that supports your brand's personality and pay close attention to the font's character dimensions and its kerning. Just because this type of logo is a simple representation of the brand doesn't mean you can't be creative with it. Use contrasting colors and add subtle graphic elements within the text. For example, whether you've noticed it before or not, the FedEx wordmark includes an arrow in the white space between the E and the X, implying forward motion. Other examples of wordmark logos are Coca-Cola, NASA, Facebook, IBM, Cartier, and Google. Logo type number 2 is Lettermark. These types of logos are even simpler and more minimalistic than wordmarks. These logos are typically the first letter or letters of the brand name displayed in a highly stylized graphic format. Examples of Lettermark logos are Yahoo, H&M, UFC, IBM, HP, McDonald's, and CNN. This type of logo can be a great way to reduce the brand's name to something more memorable and are easier to use for reduced purposes like app icons and social media. However, lettermarks may lack expression and aren't very descriptive, so you may be limited to the brand recognition and clarity. Typically, brands will switch to a lettermark option after they have become well established in the marketplace. Logo type number 3 is pictorial mark or conceptual marks. These are simple and unique graphical representations of the brand. Oftentimes they feature an easily recognizable image, but sometimes they are a shape that may not even relate to the brand's products or services. The goal in creating a pictorial mark is to design the simplest form possible and make effective use of white space. Less is always more when designing a pictorial mark. Effective examples of pictorial marks are Apple, Starbucks, Target, Shell, and Domino's. Logo type number 4 are combination marks. When you combine a pictorial mark with a word mark, you get a combination mark. This is when the logo includes the brand name and the symbol or unique graphic. The name can either be placed next to the symbol or integrated within the symbol to create a complete graphic. Examples of combination marks are Burger King, Dropbox, Adobe, Dunkin' Donuts, and Toyota. Logo type number 5 are emblem marks. Similar to the combination mark, these logos often contain multiple elements like a word mark or a pictorial mark, but they are then designed within a shape that becomes part of the brand identity. If you choose to design an emblem mark, pay close attention to the text size. Since these logo types include multiple elements, it may become illegible when scaled down to a smaller size. Examples of well-designed emblem marks are NHL, Bugatti, UPS, Harley-Davidson, BMW, and NFL. Logo type number 6 are abstract marks. Similar to pictorial marks, these logo types are simple and unique graphical representations of the brand. However, they are not a recognizable symbol. Instead, they are completely abstract geometric forms that don't form an immediate connection. Examples of brands who have effectively used abstract marks are Pepsi, Adidas, Mitsubishi, Chase Bank, BP, and Reebok. Logo type number 7 are mascot marks. These are exactly what they sound like. It's when a brand uses a human figure, animal, or fictional character to portray a personality. Sports teams and food brands often use this type of logo. Some examples of mascot marks include KFC, Pringles, Michelin, Lacoste, Wendy's, and Land O'Lakes. In addition to what type of logo is best for your brand, you should also consider the logo shape and the design style. For example, circular or freeform shapes are associated with softness, kindness, warmth, caring, fun, and friendliness, while more geometric shapes are associated with hardness, durability, power, innovation, respect, and intelligence. The style of your brand logo will also play a huge role in who connects with your brand and their perception of your business. By now, you should have a basic idea of what type of logo you should design and perhaps the basic shape. So let's continue to isolate elements of the logo so you don't get overwhelmed. Your logo style is determined by your brand's personality and the human-like characteristics of your brand that you defined earlier. For example, maybe your business needs a classy and upscale logo to project reliability, structure, and quality. Or perhaps your business is retro or vintage. In that case, your logo style should have a historical design reference and invoke feelings of nostalgia. Maybe you are a modern brand whose products are minimalistic and modest. Therefore, the logo style should utilize white space to refine it down to a simple, basic shape. The opposite of a modern and classic brand is a fun and quirky brand. This style is popular with youthful brands and is often colorful, cute, bright, and friendly. And finally, perhaps your brand's products are handcrafted and you need a logo style to support that. This style really shows a brand's authenticity, individualism, and handmade quality. Now keep in mind that you don't necessarily have to choose just one of these logo styles and types. These are just examples to inspire and spark creativity. You can combine any of these to make something totally unique for your brand. The next thing to consider when designing your logo is the color. Colors have certain emotions and ideas attached to them, so you want to be sure that the color that you select for your logo properly aligns with how you want your brand to be perceived. For example, red invokes excitement, passion, and anger. It's a great choice for brands that are loud, youthful, and want to stand out. Orange is much less used than red, but it's just as energetic. This is a vibrant, invigorating, and playful color. Yellow is accessible and friendly. It gives off a cheerful, affordable, and youthful energy. Green is extremely versatile. It is especially perfect for businesses who want to establish a connection to nature. Blue is a very classic and common choice. It is calming and cool and symbolizes trustworthiness and maturity. Purple can make your brand look luxurious. Depending on the shade, purple can be mysterious, eclectic, or feminine. Pink is a great choice if you're going for girly. With multiple shades, pink can give your logo a grown-up and cool, but also still youthful and feminine look. Brown works perfectly for rugged and masculine vintage logos. It can give your brand a handmade, unique, and aged look. Black is a great choice for a sleek, modern, and luxurious look. A minimalistic black logo is the way to go if you want to keep it simple. White is a great neutral color that looks modern and minimalistic. It works in combination with all other colors, but adds a clean, youthful, and economical touch. Gray is a great color if you want to achieve a mature, classic, and serious look. Darker shades look more mysterious, while lighter shades are more accessible. Now, you may not want to choose just one color for your logo. I would suggest combining 1 to 2 colors, or perhaps highlight certain elements with a more engaging third color. To help you choose colors that work well together, take a look at the 3 color wheels that I've included in the action guide for this module. Complementary colors lie directly across from each other on the color wheel. They bring out the best in both colors and create a very dynamic look. Analogous colors fall close to each other on the color wheel. If you want your logo colors to be harmonious, these will work well together. Triadic colors draw from 3 equal sections of the logo color wheel. Pick these for a stimulating and a bold effect. But please don't get carried away and make your logo look like a rainbow. I recommend using only a maximum of 3 colors for your logo to avoid it looking too busy and difficult to visualize. In addition to designing a full color version of your logo, you will also need your logo to work as a single color, for example, all black or all white. Once you have decided on your logo type, its shape, the style, and colors, it's time to figure out the best typography or fonts for your logo. I would recommend using a maximum of 2 fonts. More than 2 fonts can become distracting and confusing. So before adding additional fonts, I recommend experimenting with multiple font weights if you need to create some sort of differentiation. Don't get carried away. Your logo should be clean, simple, and easy to read. Here are the 4 basic font types to choose from and examples of when to use each. Serif fonts. These are fonts that can make your logo look classic and high-end. Serifs are the little feet at the end of the letters, which make them look a little more old-fashioned. They are very versatile and look great with any kind of design, but work especially well with vintage, elegant, or classic designs. Sans serif fonts. These fonts are perfect for a modern and clean look. They don't have the little feet that serif fonts have, which makes them look very sleek and simple. This works great for modern brands. Script fonts. These are reminiscent of handwriting. From elegant calligraphy fonts to relaxed and down-to-earth scripts, there is a huge variety out there to choose from. Use them to make a logo look more individualistic. Display fonts. These are decorative fonts that are highly stylized and really catch the eye. They are basically a design themselves. But be careful with using display fonts, since the font itself can appear to be a logo and become too busy if combined with other elements. Now that you have a good idea of all of the different elements that make up a logo, here are a few more tips to help you design your logo. When designing your logo, do not use photo imagery or raster bitmap graphics. These will not transfer well to applications like video or print because their quality will degrade at a large scale. Always design your logo in vector format. This will make sure that your logo can be scaled to any size and any resolution without losing quality. You will also need to design a few different versions of your logo based on where it will be displayed. One version that includes your full logo mark and tagline horizontally, and one that displays your logo mark and tagline vertically. Then another option that represents your brand using just the logo mark in a square format. For example, this will be used when applying your logo to social media profiles, where they usually require the logo to be cropped equally horizontally and vertically. So now that you know everything that you need to know to design a beautiful and effective logo, how do you actually begin the design process? If you are a designer or work with designers, then gather your team together for a brainstorming session. This brainstorming session is meant to get all of your ideas out on paper. Even the bad ideas can create a conversation that leads to something great. However, if you are not a designer and don't have an internal design team just yet, I highly recommend outsourcing your logo design to a professional graphic designer. A good resource for this is Fiverr or Upwork. Basically, you enter your design requests, the details, and the budget, and then the designers go to work. Within just a couple days, you will have several logo design mockups to choose from. Then you simply choose the design that you like, pay the designer, and you are all set. To recap what you've learned so far, here are 9 pro tips to keep in mind when designing your logo. Number 1, keep your logo design simple and clean without too many small elements that may become difficult to see at small size. Number 2, remember that your logo is meant to appeal to your audience and represent your brand, not just satisfy your personal design taste. Number 3, design your logo in vector format so it can easily be resized without losing quality. Number 4, your logo should not only be legible in full color, but also in a single solid color. Number 5, do not use photo imagery or raster graphics in your logo. Number 6, only use 2 to 3 colors in your logo design. Pay close attention to how colors react to each other and the emotions that are attached to those colors. Number 7, choose a font type that aligns with the personality of your brand. Number 8, don't make your logo look too trendy. You don't want your brand to look dated in just a few years. And number 9, don't be cheap or rush your logo design. You don't want to settle for anything less than excellent. The extra investment now will save you from huge headaches and a redesign in the future. I hope you have fun designing your logo and begin to see your brand coming to life. This is an exciting step in the design process and will lay the groundwork for the rest of your on-brand designs. All right, guys, so that is it for now. Be sure to review and complete the action guide for this module, and I will see you in the next session.